Hey, what's happening guys? It's Mark back in the workshop on Mark's Aquatics. Right, on this little video we're going to be doing part 2 of how to breed your Corydoras bronze catfish. Okay, now you'll see on the video I threw an albino in there as well. She was a nice chunky little female that I've had in one of my tanks, so I put her in there so we can have a little bit of change up and to show you guys something different, and that they do interact and they do interbreed. Okay, like I said, they're a man-made version, okay, the albinos for the pet trade. So that's what we're going to be doing today. But before I get into the video, okay guys, what I wanted to tell you is when I first pressed the play on the camera, when I show you the tank in a minute, what I wanted to let you know is before I did that, I drained that water down by half, okay, in the tank, took it down by half, and I refilled it with some fresh rainwater that I've had outside in a water vat which I keep outside. Okay, so it's nice and fresh in there, and I've topped it up, which has dropped it from 24 degrees down to 19 degrees. Okay, now that's what has triggered that spawn. Once you've conditioned your fish up and they're nice and plump full of eggs, and you drop that water, that mimics that lowering of the water, that sort of drought. Then the rains come in with that cooler water going back into the tank. That's what triggers them to spawn and bring on the next generation. Okay, so I hope you enjoy this video. It's been a little bit of time in the making, and I hope I think I got some pretty good, nice footage to show you guys. Okay, so I hope you enjoy it. Let's go for it. Let's check it out. Right, okay guys, we've got a little bit of action there. If you look up on the leaves, the female there is now cleaning the leaves. Got a couple of males around her. She's nice and fat, full of eggs, after we've been feeding her up for the last week since part 1. A little bit of sparring going on there. There's 2 males, and I think one of the males is trying to get into that little T position that we spoke about. But we'll soon find out. We keep watching. Like I said, he'll go across the front. That milk will be released. She will ingest that, and it will go through her gut, and she'll deposit that then through her backside, then onto the eggs, and they will be fertilized. Okay, but we just got to keep watching now and see what happens. She's cleaning leaves, which is always a good sign. Little gulp of air there from one of the males, and that's normally a good sign when they start, like I said, when they start cleaning leaves, cleaning the glass, an area. That's normally a sign that they're going to spawn. Okay, so if you see your fish doing that, it's a good chance something's going to happen. I'll get back to you when we'll see a little bit more action going on. These 2 little males, they're having a right little sparring contest up in the left hand corner. Females, they're cleaning leaves again, and the males are on the left hand side. They keep having a little sparring match. And these fish may have never bred before, so they all need practice. Look at that little sparring. They've got those little spikes on those pectoral fins, which they're trying to joust each other with. Back on her leaf again. It'll be lovely if she does lay them on their eggs. It's right in the front there, so we'll get some really good footage of her laying the eggs. And what she'll do is, like I said, she'll lay about 5 to 6 eggs, and she will hold them in her annel fins like a little basket. She'll put them together, lay the eggs into it, hold them, fertilize them, and then she'll go around sticking them all over the leaves and the glass, or wherever she feels it's safe to put them for the next generation. Now, it looked like there was a little couple there. The boys seem to be more interested in each other. Oh, there you go. You can just see her there, taking that sperm. So now hopefully she'll settle down now for a bit, and she'll start to produce some eggs and put them in her little box. In fact, she's got some in between her pectoral fins now. Her animal fins now. She's on the bottom, you see. She's rolled over. She'll stay still now. Let me try and get you in on that action there. I'm not sure if you can see there, but underneath she's got a big clump of eggs, and she's just pumping that milk now through and onto those eggs, which is fertilizing them, okay? And this now is going to put a scent trail out in the water, and now they may all go mad and start breeding in a minute. But you can see that little clutch of eggs there. She's just holding them. The boys are still sparring. Done a good job there. Look at that, they're still going for it. Right, now she's got those little eggs in her fins underneath. You see that little basket full of eggs she's got? And now she's going to travel off, and she's going to start placing them where she feels that they're going to be safe. Will she go back to that leaf, I wonder? Now, if you noticed, I've put the plants in those little Zenziel plant holders. Now, I've kept them in there because they also make great places for... There she goes. You see those eggs underneath there then? She's looking where to put them. Yeah, I put them in there because they're glass, they will... they'll stick the eggs to those as well. So if you want to remove them any time, and they do stick to these things, you can take them out and put them into a rearing tank if you like. The boys are still scrapping above her. She's looking for a safe place to put the eggs. Like I said, guys, I haven't bred these for many years, and it never gets old. It's a fantastic process to witness. And if you've got kids or you're an adult alike, and you fancy doing this, it's really worthwhile bringing on some corys, because they're stunning little fish, super peaceful, and they always make me smile when I look in there. And you look in your tanks, and I bet you all go, "Oh look, he's winking at me," because they're forever like blinking their eyes. And that's what I used to say to my little girl. I say, "Look, that catfish, look at it on the bottom there, look, she's winking at you." She went, "Oh, she did as well, look." And it's quite funny, the games we play with our fish. She's still looking for a place to put those eggs. Like I said, this could be the first time she's ever bred, so it's all new to her. Oh, I think she's deposited a couple on the leaves, on the edge. There she goes, stick, 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 all the way up. Now we've got a nice little cluster of eggs there underneath that leaf. Perfect. So I can get you some nice close-up footage of those later on when they're starting to hatch. But I'm going to have to keep my eye on these guys now and make sure that they don't go around and gobble up the eggs as fast as they're laying them. They're normally pretty fixated on breeding when they do get into this stage, and she'll just keep going around now, laying eggs absolutely everywhere. Okay guys, there goes that T position again, just floating to the bottom. There you go. Now she'll drop some more eggs into the basket. There she goes, just dropped a load in. You just see that little white cluster appear in between her fins, and that's her now pumping that sperm or milt, whatever you want to call it, through onto the eggs, which is fertilizing them. And then she'll go and do it all over again, and this will happen now for maybe, could happen up to the next 6 or 7 hours. So we should end up with a good lot, because she's quite a plump little chap, and little girl I should say, and she really has got a lot of eggs, and they're capable of having anything up to 400 eggs, so 300 to 400 eggs, so there's quite a few there. And she'll be dotting them all over the place. It'll look like it's snowing in there before long. I like the way the males just cuddling together there, then saying, "Wait, she's mine, keep away," and they're still doing it now, look. But it's good because it forms a little bit of that rivalry between them, and the stronger male's the one that's going to breed with her. So that way you're going to get that more dominant and better line of fish. Okay, look at that, Crazy stuff. Really going for it, them two. She's saying stay away. I've got loads of kids here and I've got to deposit them on a leaf somewhere. And I wouldn't be surprised if the chemicals now in the water will set the other females off. There's another female right on the bottom left there. Another one coming out. They might not be ready yet. The boys are still chasing her up in the plants and she's trying to get rid of the eggs that she's got. And like I said before, guys, if you find out that, you know, you've got your plants and things in there, if you put something in there like this, when they lay on it, you can just remove it into a complete, you can leave your corys in there where they are. If this happens in your main aquarium, get a small tank, just like I've done before. You've seen me, 2.5 gallon, 10 gallon tank, fill it full of the tank water, straight out of your tank, straight into your bringing on tank. You don't need to put a sponge filter in there. Just make sure you put the water in there, it's the same temperature, and then you can cut that leaf off. You can place it in the tank, you can put an air stone just by it, make sure that agitation, a little bit of oxygen around it to keep that the fungus away and the old mold and all that stuff. You're going to lose a few, you're going to see a few turn white, but that's just the way it is. He's really going for it now. Brilliant stuff. Oh, there you go. We got another female joining in now. So we may have 2 females on the go in a minute. Yep, she's starting to clean leaves as well. The other males are starting to show a little bit of interest. That's the female that's just dropped away now. So hopefully the boys will go and have a chat with her why they let this girl lay her eggs. She's depositing them on that leaf just behind there. There's quite a few. She's just deposited about maybe 20, my goodness, at least 20 eggs then. I can give you a good old close-up of these eggs in a little bit, guys, okay? And like I keep saying, guys, conditioning your fish, that's the main thing. Now, like I said, with corys, you mostly see spawns in people on YouTube channels that have had them in their tanks for a long time, and they never really get to see the babies because they get predated on by the other fish in the tanks. And you get regular spawns with these guys. Like I said, they're not hard to breed. You've just got to get them well conditioned up and then let nature do its thing, and they'll breed for you, okay? But it's great that there's so much information out there on the internet. But like I said before, with the videos that I'm trying to create here, I'm trying to give you that start to finish process so you can see all the little actions, all the little twitches and flicks and different things that they do during their courtships. So if it does happen in your tank and you wonder why and what's going on, you can look back and say, there you go. And that's what Mark did on his video. That's what he showed us. And you'll have a little bit more knowledge. And this video then will be out there for everybody to have a look at. Well, for as long as YouTube runs. So you know, every time someone clicks on how to breed something, hopefully one of these videos pops up and they can get the benefit from it. That's my aim. And we've done quite a few species now as well. I'm really excited about getting into the coral, doing my coral room as well. Super excited about that. I really am. I mean, that's really my background, is in salt water. Had a huge big reef tank many years ago, and I look at the pictures and the old video footage that I've got of it now, and it just makes me, oh, why did I ever? And it was only because of the seals were going on the tank at the time and other issues that I had to actually break it down and sell it all off, and it was heartbreaking really. But the good thing is you can start again, and I'm really looking forward to starting again. she's going to go down there. Look, she's probably got some eggs down in her little basket there in between her annel fins. Excuse me. Let the people see. So we've got a bit of a mad frenzy of breeding activity going on here, guys. She'll come up into the water column in a minute, and she'll be looking for somewhere to deposit her eggs as well. And this little flipper I've got here is going to be fantastic when the babies come out. Thank you again, Flipper, for sending me that. Absolutely awesome. And we can have a look at some close-up look at the little babies when they come out. There you go, she's putting them on that leaf as well. Look at that. I think we've got quite a few on that leaf now. Look at that. I'll try and get a bit closer for you. I would show you with the flipper, but I don't want to be messing them around. Not yet. Yeah, we've got quite a few. Look at that. Little pearls. Well guys, we've got eggs all over the place. We've had a really good spawn. So I'll see you guys in 3 to 5 days when these little guys all hatch out. As always, you're all stars. Thanks for tuning in. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you on the next episode of Mark's Aquatics. Bye for now.
Just me and my guitar.